4 months ago, I did a study on the 7 Noahide laws and the fact that they are a rejection of Jesus Christ. It's get away from Jesus and his imputed righteousness, his blood that he shed on the cross to wash your sins away, and you go back to your own self-righteousness. You keep little laws. You're a do-gooder, exactly as Paul warned about in the book of Galatians. But in this video, I show proof from their own website. Here you can see it. I'm not going to click on that thing there, but you can watch the video. It's extremely important. And I show that this is going to be the Antichrist system that comes. And if you are not a Noahide, then you'll have your head cut off. It's in their documentation. But show you something very interesting here. Here we have myjewishlearning.com, and it's talking about the Noahide laws. This is a Jewish website. It is not a Christian website. Okay, let's go down here. It says about the laws, the 7 laws. Number 1, do establish laws. Don't curse God. Do not practice idolatry. That's what they would say is Jesus, if you believe that Jesus is God, like the Godhead Doctrine of the King James Bible teaches. Do not engage in illicit sexuality. Big time hypocrites there because of what's in the Talmud, which I'll be showing coming up soon. Do not participate in bloodshed. Do not rob. Do not eat flesh from a living animal. All right. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Remember, they teach that idolatry is believing that Jesus is God. But look what it says here. The details. The prohibition against idolatry refers specifically to idolatrous worship and not to beliefs. In later generations, Jews had to determine whether the prevailing religious cultures in which they lived were idolatrous. Since Islam is strictly monotheistic, Muslims have always been considered Noahides. Since the later Middle Ages, Jews have acknowledged that the Christian doctrine of the Trinity was not the same as idolatry, and they were also recognized as Noahides. What? But I thought that the doctrine of the Trinity teaches that Jesus is God. Why would it be then accepted by Noahides, who believe that Jesus is not God? Probably because of the ancient pagan origins of the whole Trinitarian concept and the fact that it's not in the scriptures. Very interesting. And this whole Trinitarian thing, I did another video here. It's called Bombshell High-Level Freemasons Must Believe in the Trinity. And right there you can see it. Orders in black admit all faiths. Orders in green admit only Trinitarian Christians. So you have all these orders up here. These orders right there. These two. Royal Order of Earl or something, and then down here, accepted an ancient rite, right there. Yeah, so these here, this one there, and these ones here, you are required to be a Trinitarian. Kind of like this right here in Maine, just to the north of me. The Trinity Lodge, number 130, Presque Isle, Maine. You can see all their little goofy pictures and things there, and whatever else that they're doing. Trinitarians. But that's okay. You can be that as a Christian. You have to be a Trinitarian or else, Yeah, I don't think so. And I also did a video about this whole thing of the Trinitarians, the Roman Catholic Order of the Trinitarians. And then I also have this one here. Does the Vatican recognize IFB baptism as valid? And they're talking about the thing of if you believe in the Trinity and you use the Trinitarian formula, then, it's valid. Water baptism is by immersion with the Trinitarian formula, valid. And you go on down through there and I get into the thing of the Baptists. Showed it. This is 8 years ago. But I'm still not convinced, whatever. The Trinity is the same thing as the Godhead. No, it is not. Get so sick and tired of that whole thing. But I'll just keep coming out and kicking it. But I just found that to be very interesting that even the Jews that reject Jesus Christ as being God, they accept the Trinity. Jews have acknowledged that the Christian doctrine of the Trinity was not the same as idolatry, and they were also recognized as Noahides. I am not a Noahide. Never will be. I'm a born-again, Bible-believing Christian. All right? Bone of his bone, flesh of his flesh, with Jesus Christ. You're Trinitarian, you don't believe in the God of the Bible. It's just that simple.